there's two different versions of me. There's the version that wakes up in the morning thinking, tonight for dinner, I'm gonna make something that's balanced, nourishing, and I won't even be emotionally scarred if my kids don't like it. And then there's a version of me who at 5:45 opens the fridge and wonders how I'm going to turn beans into dinner before everyone gets hangry and revolts. So today I'm gonna show you how to make 3 delicious, customizable meals that you can make in 20 minutes or less for nights when you are exhausted, busy, or seriously considering just eating toast. And for those that are worried, these are not sad, boring, emergency 20-minute meals. These are whole food, plant-based, they're nourishing, they're flavor forward. And they're enjoyed by everyone in our family, and most importantly, they're the kind of thing you can get on the table in a weeknight without a lot of stress or time commitment. Tonight we're gonna make an amped up spaghetti bolognese packed with vegetables and flavor. I'm gonna show you how to make a taco bar. That can become burrito bowls, burritos, tacos, salads, or whatever version your family actually wants to eat. And then finally, I'm gonna show you what is literally our family's go-to right now, almost every single weekend when we have baseball games, which is a chickpea salad sandwich that is amped up and delicious. And this one, honestly, you can make in less than 10 minutes. But if you have a little bit extra time, I'm gonna show you something that takes it up to the next level, which doesn't take that much more time or effort. So just to be transparent, to make these work, I'm assuming you've either got some canned beans, some previously cooked beans, and some general pantry staples sitting around. Because if it's 6 o'clock and all you've got is dry chickpeas, congratulations, dinner is tomorrow. And before we jump into the recipes, if this is the kind of cooking you like, family friendly, delicious, easy, we've got way more recipes inside of our cookbook. You can get the ebook version or you can get the hard copy here, and I've just reduced the prices a little bit because I want to get them out of my basement. And then we're probably not going to order more. If you want the hard copy, email me at the link down below. Like I said, the prices have dropped just a little bit, but you can always get the ebook at the QR code on the screen. All right, first emergency meal is spaghetti bolognese, but make it lentils. So for our first meal, we're gonna make something that's really, really simple, but we are going to elevate it, which is just making like pasta and bolognese with some vegetables. But we're gonna make sure you've got all the protein you want, all the vegetables you want. We're gonna make it, okay? So here's the thing, this can be done in 20 minutes, but it's a tight 20 minutes. So this one might take a few minutes longer if you're not super comfortable in the kitchen. There's a bunch of different steps here. Nothing is complicated. It's just more like the order of things you do is important. If you've got a can of red lentils or green lentils, whatever kind of lentils you want, that's gonna speed you up a little bit. Otherwise, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cook our lentils separately. I'm putting mine, just some red lentils, in the Instant Pot. I want them to be really, really smooth and blend in with the sauce. Green lentils would be fine here too. So for my Instant Pot, I'm putting like a cup of them in for 10 minutes with like a cup and 3/4 of water. And I'm just gonna steam mine inside of like a pot-in-pot situation. While that's going, get the water going because it's gonna take a little while to come up to temperature. Whatever pasta you wanna use, go with that. I'm using penne, okay? I'm gonna make 2 boxes and that's gonna give us lots of leftovers. So I'm gonna cook those just according to the package direction, which for here is 9 minutes. For the last 2 minutes, I'm gonna chop up some broccoli and I'm gonna throw those in and it's gonna steam and it's gonna cook the broccoli perfectly. Okay, now I'm gonna get the sauce going. If you wanna give it like that old school Italian vibe, it's got a little bit of a sausage tang to it, and you got some fennel, I have some fennel seeds, so I'm gonna pound it up. That's gonna add a little bit of oomph to it, okay? But you can skip that if you want to. In fact, I'm not even 100% sure my wife's gonna like it, but I'm gonna throw it in because nom nom, you know what I'm saying? So let's get the sauce going. Depending how much garlic you like, I would go for 2 to 4 cloves here and either mince it up, but I'm gonna use my little garlic press and get that going inside of a saucepan, along with some onion powder, some smoked paprika, fennel, oregano, and your black pepper. And if you want a little bit of spice to it, add some chili flakes in here. Get those starting to bloom a little bit. And then if you don't have a daughter like me, you can slice up your mushrooms and put them right in there and cook them with it. If you have someone in the house that doesn't like mushrooms, but you do, cook your mushrooms off to the side, and whoever wants to can add them separately, which is what I'm doing tonight. So once those spices have bloomed for a minute or two, then you can add your sauce and just bring it up to a simmer. And then as soon as the lentils are ready, put the lentils in with that sauce. And now just let your sauce simmer. Your sauce is done. That's not true. What we're gonna do in the last minute or two is I'm gonna add in like a tablespoon to 4, maybe like 4 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, just to give it a little extra oomph. The other thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna add just a little bit of balsamic vinegar into the sauce because it adds a little bit more depth for me, I think. It just takes like a regular sauce from the store and amps it up. I'm gonna grab some basil from my Click and Grow. I'll put a link in the description down below if you're interested in the Click and Grow. And then I'm going to add that for the end. I'll chop some up and people can put it on their pasta at the end. One extra thing you can do, and I honestly think you can even fit this in within the 20 minutes, is making like your own Parmesan out of stuff you've already got in the pantry that I just made up in like a magic bullet. It's extra, you don't have to do it if you don't have the time for it, but if you do, it just elevates it a little bit more. And the nice thing about making that mixture is that's gonna last for a long time in the fridge. And you'll get so many more uses. And it looks like real Parmesan.
Well, cow Parmesan. Oh, I can't believe you just said real Parmesan.
Right. Cow Parmesan, not real Parmesan, because my Parmesan is real.
What's this do?
Anyway, add that if you would like. And then you just make it your own. So I'm putting my pasta in, I'm gonna add the sauce, my mushrooms. I like to put a couple olives on. Here's where you could add a little bit more nutritional yeast if you wanted to, and put on some fresh basil on top. Boom, an elevated pasta that does not take much more time but adds a lot more flavor. Before we head on to meal 2, I just want to quickly remind you, if you haven't yet signed up for our mailing list, you can do so. It's free, and I only send a message out every 2 weeks. I don't spam you every single day. You get a meal, you get a deal, you find out what's been going out here on the channel you might have missed out on, I let you know what's coming up, and you get a fun fact. And did I mention it's free? All right, let's head over to the taco bar. So for tonight's meal, we're gonna do 20-minute Taco Tuesday. We do a version of like Mexican every single week in this house, I swear, because it is such an easy thing to do. Evie tried to kick me. Nobody saw it. The only reason this might take more than 20 minutes is if you don't have canned beans or beans previously cooked. So that's the one caveat to this 20-minute meal. Otherwise, it's really, really easy. What I like to do to keep it simple is I like to just get my food processor out, and I use that to chop up some cucumbers and then to make like a quick slaw out of some cabbage and some carrots. Like honestly, this reduces your chopping time down by like 3 times. I've never actually done the math, so please don't quote me on that, but it makes it way faster. And because the vegetables are just as they are, you can rinse out your food processor, so it makes it cleaning up really, really easy. Essentially what we do to make a taco bar, because some people just want to have like everything in a bowl, some people want to have stuff in a wrap. So I like to have some options and people can kind of make it their own. Now the trick to a taco bar is not to have 12 options. The real trick is to flavor your beans before they even hit the pan. So, you know, we're gonna bloom some spices here. I'm not gonna use any oil. I know a lot of people will argue with you that you need to have oil to bloom spices. It's not really true. What you need is heat. Heat is what blooms your spices. The oil just works as a carrier for that process. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit the pan with some chili powder, some cumin, a little smoked paprika, some garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, and just like a pinch of cinnamon or cocoa, whatever you're feeling like. It adds a little depth to it. Now we're gonna add the beans with just like a splash of water, some salsa, and then we're gonna mash them right there in the pan and create kind of like a refried bean. Now, if you want at the end of this, if you've got some fresh cilantro, you could chop it up and put it in there along with some fresh lime would be really, really good. I'm gonna save my cilantro and my lime, and I'm gonna mash that up with some guacamole with an avocado to make guacamole. And then I like to serve ours with some olives, chopped lettuce if you got it. And if you want to get a little fancy at the end of the beans here, you could throw a little nutritional yeast on top as well. If you've got a plant-based cheese recipe, or you've got extra that's already made, add that to this as well. If you have extra time, make some rice, because rice is nice. Especially if you're making a bowl, I would definitely make the rice. And if you have your beans already made, you could put the rice on at the beginning and it'll probably be ready by the time everything else is ready. Other things that I'll probably include in our taco bar would be some pickled jalapenos, if you got them, if people like them. I would also just throw up some jarred salsa if you don't have time to make your own salsa, which I never make my own salsa, but I should. If you'd like me to make salsa in a video, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what kind of things you like to put in your Tana Mexican taco nights to inspire others down in the comments. Before we get to the final 20-minute meal today, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, the Hume Body Pod. And honestly, they're like a perfect sponsor for a video like this because most of us are not trying to be perfect. We're just trying to keep ourselves fed, our kids fed, and pay attention to our health without our life having to turn into a spreadsheet. And that's why I've been using the Hume Body Pod for years. It's not just the regular kind of scale that throws one number at you and ruins your morning. It gives you an actual full picture of what's going on with your entire body. We're talking all the really important things like body fat, muscle mass, visceral fat, water retention, bone density, and a whole lot more. It measures over 47 different health metrics and it connects seamlessly to the Hume app so that you can see all of your real trends over time. So instead of just asking something basic like, is the number on the scale going down? You get a better sense of your actual health because you get to see, am I building muscle? Am I hydrating properly? Am I making progress in a way that a real scale would actually ignore because it's just focusing on one basic number? And what's really cool that I love is that the Hume app gives you this digital twin so you can get a real visual of what's going on underneath the hood. And for me these days, who lost half my body weight and I'm in a long-term maintenance mode, that's what's the most important thing to me. It's not what is the number on the scale, it's what is going on with everything else. And honestly, this is the kind of scale that if I had had when I was losing all of my weight initially, I probably would have had a lot better mental health. And the best thing is that our friends over at Hume Health want to give you this thing for their exclusive discount of 20% off if you buy it through our link. And if you are in America, your healthcare provider might also help top you up. And Hume regularly has discounts as well. So you might get this thing for 50% off. You might get it for close to free through your healthcare provider. So check those things out. Thank you again to Hume Body Pod for sponsoring this video. Now let's get on to our final emergency meal that actually requires almost no cooking, because at this point in the day, you deserve that. So for the final dish in these quick 20-minute meals, I'm gonna show you something that you can actually make in 10 minutes, probably 5 minutes. But if you do have the full 20 minutes, I'm gonna show you how to amp it up and make it even better. This is a recipe we've been making for, I gotta say, maybe a decade now. And this is a chickpea salad sandwich with some smoked roasted almonds. I first got this recipe idea from, I think it was Bad Manners, or back in the day it was called Thug Kitchen. They had it in one of their books, but we've modified it and kind of made it our own. So the first thing we're gonna do is just combine all of our spices into a little bowl, and then we're gonna add in a little bit of aquafaba, a little bit of liquid smoke, and our tamari and Bragg's, and a little bit of sweetener. So I'm gonna use some maple syrup here. Date paste would work just fine if you got that. We're gonna mix it up, and that's gonna make kind of like a little rub. And then we're just gonna toss our almonds in that and get them nice and coated. We're gonna put those into an oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or an air fryer at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And you're gonna roast them for like 10 minutes, stir them around, and then another 5 minutes and let them cool. Ideally you do this a little bit earlier in the day so they have a bit more time to cool. The batch you'll make from the ingredients I put on here are going to last you a really long time. So you won't have to make these very often. In fact, I think for every like 4 or 5 batches of this sandwich we make, I make this once. Next is the sandwich part. So this is the sandwich we literally make all summer long. When we're off to baseball games and I'm coaching, or just anytime we need a quick meal, this is the go-to because it's filling, it's delicious, it's easy. So we're gonna start off by just putting our chickpeas into a bowl, and we're gonna mash them up. And then we're gonna add everything else in and then stir it around and fold it up. And literally that is it. The kind of like highlights of this are making sure you have some good pickles in there. If you don't like pickles, leave them out. Dill is essential. Like fresh dill is ideal. If you don't have fresh dill, dry dill will do just fine. I would say if you don't have, so instead of 1/3 of a cup of the fresh dill, you could put in like a tablespoon of the dry dill, taste it and see how much you like it, and then you can always add more. Put these on top of any kind of bread vessel you want. If you put on a wrap is fine. I like to toast some whole wheat bread. Add a little bit of your favorite mustard. If you have some tomato, put that on top, but definitely fold in those almonds because those are awesome. So there you go, 3 20-minute meals that are delicious, customizable, and made from things you probably generally have on hand. And honestly, that's the real trick when it comes to quick 20-minute meals. It's not about being fancy, it's about having things that you know that you enjoy that you can whip up in a moment. Now I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments down below, what is your go-to emergency meal when you don't have any time or patience to whip something up? Let us know in the comments down below. And read each other's comments. Hit that little thumbs up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in a week or two and I'm going to check out the comments. And it might inspire a part 2 to this. So let me know in the comments down below if you want that as well. If you want to see more 20-minute meals like this that we can whip up, that are customizable and delicious. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button to let YouTube know to share with other people. Obviously, subscribe for more videos like this. And if you're still sticking around, YouTube has this video all queued up for you to enjoy right here. Thanks.